Get to know local leaders, catch community updates, and hear about the latest happenings from City Hall and beyond on City Notes, an informative and hyperlocal interview series brought to you by the City of Nicholasville. I'm here with Captain Alexus Jones from the Nicholasville Police Department today. Alexus, thanks so much for joining us, and congratulations on your recent promotion to captain.
Thank you. I appreciate the invite.
So it's National Stop on Red Week. Stop on Red Week serves as a reminder of the dangers we face on the road and the responsibility we all hold to stop on red. Captain Jones, with 17 years on the force, you've responded to your fair share of car accidents.
Correct.
What are some of the most common factors you see and your advice for us on how to best avoid an accident?
I think that the biggest thing when it actually red lights are a big reason for collisions. And I think so many people are in a hurry and they see that yellow light and they speed up to try to beat the yellow light. Some of the red lights aren't timed as well as they should, not as well, but they're not timed all the same length depending on which road you're on. So some of them don't stay yellow before and going into red before the other direction gets a green light. And this is where we have some pretty serious collisions at. So if you've noticed, like the red lights at the intersection of US 27 and Eder Drive, there's a big delay there, which is good. So the lights will all four be red for a couple of seconds, giving every party coming from every direction a chance to stop before a green light changes the direction of travel. So if people would slow down and if they can stop for a yellow light, I would, recommend it if it's safe to do so. There's not somebody close behind you or something like that, because that can also cause a serious collision too.
Gotcha. So don't try to beat those yellow lights. Just be safe and
Right.
cool it for a couple of minutes.
Yes. Yes.
So it's also back to school this week in Nicholasville. Now that we've got buses on the roads, kids in crosswalks, and the dreaded parent pickup line.
Yeah.
Traffic safety or otherwise, what are some back-to-school safety tips folks should keep in mind?
I think one of it is planning, because we all know, like everybody at the police department was ready for yesterday with the back to school, and we knew the traffic was going to be heavy. So that's something I think people need to remember. So when school's not in session, if you need to leave your house at 7:30 to get to work by say 8 o'clock, if you live anywhere that school buses are going to be picking up children, or you live on you use one of the roads that one of the schools is on, this is going to slow you way down. So you need to make sure you're planning for the influx of school traffic. So maybe leave your house a little bit early, or find a route that avoids either schools or heavy bus stop roads.
Gotcha. Speaking of back to school, I know the police department recently wrapped up their annual Cram the Cruiser event. Can you tell us a little about that?
It's a collaboration that our community services division does with the youth services and the family resource centers at the schools here in the county. And it is basically to help kids that might not be getting all the school supplies that they would need. So it's a fundraiser that we created. We did do it, I believe it was 2 weeks ago on a Saturday at Walmart. And this year we had a fantastic turnout and a large amount of donations. It was a really good day.
That's fantastic. So people were really showing up for the school supplies drive.
They did. They filled the entire back seat of one of our cruisers, and we had to start putting stuff in the trunk. So it was great.
Beautiful. So if folks missed out on the Cram the Cruiser Day, can they still donate? Where can they drop stuff off?
Sure, they can still donate. They can either bring supplies, or if they want to do a monetary donation, they can bring them to the police department and just request a community service officer kind of meet them. And what we do is we take them to the school board, and then they will divvy them out how they're needed.
Gotcha. So it's helping local kids throughout the school year.
Yes.
So you all have the Copsicle Truck, Cram the Cruiser, Coffee with the Cop. You all love the fun names over there.
We do. We've got some more ideas that we're working on for the future.
Can you talk about any of those yet? What's on the horizon, or what can residents expect to see from the police department?
I think the residents can expect, we have a new chief. So Chief Michael Fleming took over. Chief Todd Justice retired at the end of last month. So we're going to continue to grow our outreach in the community. So we're working on brainstorming for other ways to get out and get involved and just let the community know that we're here and we want to help them. And then we're also just continuing on the same path. We're doing really well right now, and we're just working on growing our agency and giving back as much as we can.
Awesome. Well, Captain Jones, thanks so much for joining us, sharing your wisdom as always, and all that you do for the community.
Thank you.